All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being on the call. I want to appreciate you for carving out the time for this call. It's a leadership call, and I want to believe that for you to be on this call, of course, you must be an active member of the cooperative, and you are looking at how to advance what we are going to do. For some of us, we know so much about the cooperative. For some of us, not so much. But as we've as the year is, we are entering into another another year. It is good we try to see that all members have a kind of vivid outlook. Where are we going as an organization? What are we hoping to do? What is you've been here for 6 months, 1 year, and so on. What is in it for you? How does this organization hope to take care of the future that you are looking at? So, and that is why we have this strategy session. Hopefully, we are not going to stay long. That's why we're starting. Anyone that comes, joins us later, they can go watch the video after. So, once again, I want to say a big thank you for as many persons that are on the call. I want to say we are so glad we saw the beginning of the year, and by the grace of God, God is making us to see the end of the year. It is not by our own power, it's not by our own making, it's just because we obtained mercy. And of course, the people that are no more, we are not rejoicing over them, but we just use it to remember, to remind ourselves of the mercies of God. So, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, if you are hearing me and you agree with me, I just want you to type mercy. I want you to type mercy if you believe that your existence, your survival on this year is just by the mercy of God, just type mercies. I want to be sure you are hearing me. I want to be sure everyone is hearing me. Just type mercy in the chat area. Just type mercy, 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 mercy. That you are alive by mercy. Okay. Let me. I just want to. Okay, I can confirm that. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf Balami. It's good to have you on the call. All right. I think there are other persons. Let me see you type. Okay. So, without, I think once I have a confirmation that you are hearing me, I can just well go on. Now, uh, I started this training, this strategy session last week, where we were talking about where are we going to as an organization? What do we want to achieve as an organization? And for organization, an organization can set goals for itself. The people, there are people that are to push that, to drive that vision. They say, write the vision, make it plain, so that those that see it will run with it. So, when the organization writes its vision, it is meant for its members to see it and for the members to run with it. And of course, the success of the organization is built in within the success of the people. How much is that organization able to help its members succeed? Those are some of the things we want to look at. We can't afford to go into 2025 without adequate planning at the management level of the cooperative. We have been having that session. What do we want to achieve in 2025? What do we want to, where are we going to in terms of growth in our numbers? What are we looking at? What kind of growth are we envisaging? And of course, what kind of impact do we want our people to have? How are we going to impact our community and build excellence in our services? So these are some of the things we'll be looking at. And I want you to please pay attention. Please, if you have to get something to write, please get something that you can write with. All right. So once again, you are welcome to the strategic leadership meeting for a prosperous new year. Driving growth, impact, and excellence. Driving growth, impact, and excellence. Now, everybody wants to grow from every year by year. If you have a child who is not growing, you'll be worried that if the time that is supposed to be working is not working, the time they're supposed to be talking is not talking, you get worried and say, what is going on? So also, organizations, at every point in time, they want to know, where are we? How are we faring? Where are we going? What is our drive? If we just fold our hands and say, well, the new year is coming, we thank God for another new year, and the new year comes, there's no plan. You are not pursuing anything. You know, I always attribute when I talk about goals, because if you don't set goals, you are going nowhere. As a person, as an individual, as a family, as a business, if you don't set goals, it's just like, I always use the illustration of a football field. You have 11 players on this side, 11 players on this side. There's a goalpost there. There are goalposts there. And all the things that they are trying to do, the players are trying to do, is to do what? To score goals either way. And then suddenly, the goalpost is taken away from this place, and the goalpost is taken away from the other place. What are those 22 men doing on the field? Well, you might say they are wasting time, they are exercising themselves, they are just, more of wasting their time if it is not a practice. Why? Because there is no goalpost there. So that's what anybody that comes around will say, what are you people even doing? Or are you people practicing, or what are you doing? Please, you have to set your goal so that you will not use the field of 2025 to practice. You will not use the field of 2025, the field, and there's a timeline for that match. The match 2025, the match is going to be played from January 1 to December 31st. And you are to know whether you scored goals or not for that year. If you have not marked the goalpost, how will you know when you scored? Are we there? If you have not marked the goalpost, if you have not written the goal, what do you want to achieve? Then how will you know that you scored? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the strategic meeting is all about. So, talking about that, when we talk about strategic leadership, every time in our organization, we don't appoint leaders. That's something you should know. Oh, I'm very vocal, I contribute regularly. No, that is not what attributes, or that's not what makes you a leader in our organization. In our organization, leaders emerge. Leaders emerge by their activities. So, you want to be a leader in this organization, are you having that leadership quality? In cooperatives, normally, people are appointed, we vote for president, we vote for this and that. You vote for people that are going to be leading the organization. But because we have just started, some of us are saddled because the vision is not a usual cooperative, as you know. It's not the usual cooperative. So some of us are saddled with a vision to make it very clear so that anyone that wants to take it up, you understand? Anyone that wants to take it up, we know what they can do. So what we are doing now is like a foundation laying period. A time will come when it shall be open to everyone that you want to become the president, you want to become this. On what basis are you going to be the president? On what basis are you going to be the secretary? It's not because you are fluent in English or something. It must be based on your activity. Now, we don't want to get there before we start training the leaders. because we have a vision of what kind of organization are we building. What kind of organization are we building? Is a high-tech organization. High-tech, because what we're looking at is growing into becoming a financial company. As some of you will know, a lot of things that we are doing, we are out of our processes and we are yet to automate more of them. So when you talk of strategic leadership, the ability to align team efforts with long-term goals. So you as an individual, as a member, how are you being aligned? Do you even know where the cooperative is going? As what we are even doing? So driving organizational growth through clear vision and effective execution. A lot of things will be happening in the next year, and we want you to have so that anywhere you can stand and say, this is what the cooperative is doing, this is what the organization is doing, and this is how we are driving ourselves to achieve them. So why vision matters? Why does it matter? Why do you need to have a vision? It says provides direction and inspiration. When you have the vision, it gives, okay, this is where we are going. We are building this. This is what we are doing. And everybody is able to align. What does it fit into? Because nobody is employed there. You are not employed. You joined this thing voluntarily and you joined it for a purpose. So for the purpose of which you joined it, is my purpose being met? Or am I just wasting time here? So you must be able to have it clear, and it encourages alignment and shared purpose. Just like I said, if I'm in this cooperative 1 year, 2 years, is it just about just contributing money or receiving commission? What is my own purpose in life? Am I achieving purpose? Just like I tell everyone that when you are in this cooperative, you are always saying you want to help people. If I have the opportunity, I will help a lot of people. If you have the opportunity, you have a lot of people. Now there are people. The cooperative said we have the National Health Insurance Scheme around us. Can you let your neighbor know that they can enjoy free health service? Can you let people in your religious sector know that they can enjoy this insurance service? But you just kept quiet to yourself. Which other way do you want to help people? Is it that until you start dashing them money or doling out money? No. This simple one, as small as that. Come, friend, I see you go to the hospital. Why don't you get an insurance? I'm in a cooperative, I'm in an organization where we have health insurance. And for many of us, we have not even helped ourselves. If you have not helped yourself, are you going to help others? Leadership, as a leader, you must lead. Leadership. A leader leads. A leader leads. A leader leads. So, if you are going to be telling people to save, you must be saving. If you are going to be telling people, oh, have insurance policy, you should be having one yourself. So, the next thing that you want to know is when the vision is very clear, that makes it easy for you to set goals. Why are you set? And success, defined by Earl Nightingale as, he said that success is a progressive realization. When you say success is a progressive realization, what is that thing? See, ladies and gentlemen, success is not I have built a house. Success is not I have bought a car. No. As you must know, success is a moving target. Success is a moving target because somebody might say, "Oh, my target is if I can build a house, if I can buy a car, if I can do this." The moment you get to that level, you have another thing that you want to move to again. So you target this one. As you are hitting this one, another target is there. So you keep on moving. You keep on moving. You keep on moving. So success is a progressive. It is not sudden. Go and check out everyone that became successful suddenly or that achieved something suddenly. Most of the time, they run down. In most cases, they run down. Every successful person will tell you the success journey. Success is a journey. So, who is going to be a successful person in 2025? Who can I say is a successful person in 2025? That man, that woman that said, I will make sure that I save 10% of my income monthly. I will do it consistently for the next 12 months. If that man is able to achieve that, that man, that woman is a success. Progressive, I want you to get it. Progressive realization of a worthy ideal. If I'm saving 10% of my income monthly and I'm saved after months, is it a worthy ideal? If that is a worthy thing, if it is worthy of praise, then I am, and I look at it that I've been able to achieve it, then I am successful. Who is the success in 2025? That one that says, for me to be successful, if this is the blueprint for success, I'm going to do this to increase my income. And the person is not failing to do it, man, is a success. Oh, this is the blueprint. Just like I said in the in the notification, I said something that if you need a blueprint, if you don't have a blueprint for success in 2025, we are going to be showing you a blueprint. What you will need to do is one thing to have a goal, is another thing to have a plan to achieve the goal. Is one thing to what? To have a goal. The plan is the step by step. How am I going to achieve the goal? So when you are making that goal, we said we always use this acronym called SMART. We said it's always said that your goal must be specific. Oh, see, next year I'm going to be. No, that is not a goal. Successful at what? Successful at what? Please, I want to know if, as you are hearing me, if it is clear. If it is clear, as I'm speaking, if it is clear, can you just help me type clear in the chat box, please? So you can hear me, please. If you can hear me clear. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel. All right. I think there's a time gap between as I'm speaking your response. Okay, at least it's clear. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir. We said when you set the goal for 2025 and even in your steps in setting goals, one of the things that you must do is you must be specific. What do you want? What do you want? Now, I want to be successful. Successful at doing what? Success. Oh, a man that decides to train his children that says, "Oh, I'm going to do this for my children and do this," and if he ends up doing it, that man is successful. So, what are the areas you want to be able to measure and say you are successful at? You must be specific. You want to. It's not about I want to make a lot of money. I need money. I want to make money. How much money do you want? You will be specific about it. Now, the next one is your goal. When you're setting your goal must be measurable. Can you measure your goal? Can you say, okay, this is what I want to achieve, and that's what is invariably saying is that can you plan? Can you set out plans for your goal? That this is what I want to achieve, and this is how I'm going to achieve it. When I achieve this, I know that yes, I'm taking the next step. Can you measure your success, your percentage of success? The next thing is your goal should be something that is achievable. Oh, maybe you are currently working somewhere and your salary is maybe 500,000 naira monthly, and you say your goal is to make $10,000 monthly in 2025. The question is, what are you doing presently to achieve it? Is it achievable? $10,000 is a small money for many persons. Some people are achieving it already. But for you, you are still working in an organization where they are paying you maybe 500,000 naira monthly, and you say your goal next year is to make $10,000. Have you made $1,000? Have you made $2,000? What is it that is achievable that you have set for yourself and you have achieved? And the next thing is your goal must be relevant. It must be relevant to your purpose. What is your purpose in life? What are you working towards? Okay, somebody that says part of the goals I'm setting for next year is to help my children to have a cash flow, is to help my children to have a sustainable cash flow. Well, that's okay, that's still vague. If I say one of my goals next year is to help my children achieve sustainable cash flow. Well, cash flow, what is sustainable? 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira monthly is sustainable. But if I put it like this, that by December 20, cash flow of 200,000 naira monthly, I've achieved 200, I can just put it that, okay, I am happy and grateful now that December 2020 to achieve a cash flow of 200,000 naira monthly. Yes, that is how you set your goal. Is it relevant to me? Yes, of course. The success of my children is relevant to me. So it must be relevant. And then the next thing is that that goal should be, when you say the goal should be time bound, you see, I said something that I am happy and grateful that December 2025. I didn't say sometimes next year. I am specific about the date. I know the date that I'm working towards. This is what many persons don't do. And they say, oh, every year I have set goals and I didn't achieve the goal. Why? Your goal has never been specific enough. There has never been any measuring parameter for your goals. Your goals were so vague, they were not achievable. They were not even relevant to you and your cause and your purpose in life. And you never set a time bound, a time limit for the achievement of this goal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at the year 2025, have you set out your goals? That's part of what I want you to do at this meeting. I want you to do it at this meeting or after we are done. You must write it out, please. I want you to write it out. What is your 2025 goals? Make sure you're able to write at least 5 goals. Maybe one spiritual goal, one personal development goal, one financial goal, one family goal, and I think the 5th one, I will give it to us before we go. So you set one goal in each of these areas and you begin to work. You work. You have something. You can't, you say, they say, hit the ground running, hit the ground running. You can't set goals for yourself and you are playing around. Just take the 90 minutes. These guys that have 90 minutes on the pitch. They don't go to the field and then they are doing like this, waving up and down to the people that are the fans. They are, okay, what are these fans saying? Are these people hating me or who are these people and this? No. Once the whistle is blown, 12 a.m., the whistle is blown for 2025. Will you begin to play in the match? Will you begin to pursue your goal? But when you don't have any, oh, that day will come. Just like I said, there's no new year without a new you. There's no new year without a new you. If you don't have anything that you have put up for yourself, happy new year. You can go and spend 1 day, 2 days in a friend's place, go again, spend days, and then you are just jollivating around. That is, and before you know it, they say another new year has come. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is important. So, let's put this. There are 6 steps to success, just like I have put in that place. What are the 6 steps to success? I hope you can see this. Determine just what I explained. One, you must fix a definite goal. Determine the exact amount of money. Let's talk about money now. You understand? I told you there are marital goals, there are spiritual goals and things, but we are talking about money now. So determine the exact amount of money that you want to make, or the outcome of what you want to venture into. So the next thing is define what you are willing to give in return. What are you really willing to give in return of this kind of success that you so desire? What are you willing to give in return? What are you ready to commit to this? Ladies and gentlemen, many of us, we want to be successful, but we are not ready to give. And they tell you that there's no gain without pain. No gain without pain. Just remove the P and put, everybody wants the gain, but remove G and put P there, you have pain. There's a part that you have to toe. What are you ready to sacrifice for that kind of income? I see many of us, we stay in our house or you stay in the office. Your office is not very busy and you stay, this one is coming. As people are coming, you are gisting, you gist with this one, you talk about from social media to games to football to this, you gist, you enter politics and you are just gisting, and there's no much work in that office. You too, if you are to sum up all the time you used to do work in your office, maybe you are not spending more than 2-3 hours to do your job. Maybe 2-3 hours. But you because there's no goal, you will spend time on everything. And when you get home, from morning, you lie down, you want to watch telly, and then before you know it, you go and sleep. Another day is gone. So, ladies and gentlemen, what price are you ready? If you want to get to success, I was opportune to talk to some friends, and you call this one, where are you now? I say, I'm on my way to so and so place. I'm traveling. Why are you traveling? They say, I'm going for a seminar. I'm going for this. And you see them moving up and down. You sit down in one place and you want to get the same kind of results that they are getting. Oh, can you attend a Zoom call? Can you have a Zoom meeting? Oh, you don't even have the time for Zoom meetings, and then you still want to get the same kind of result that the people that are attending are getting. What are you ready to sacrifice for it? Then the next one is establish a clear time frame for achieving the goal that we've explained to you. Then develop a step-by-step action plan and begin immediately. If you want to hit and be successful in 2025, don't wait until that day, January 1. No. Everything you need. There are some things that I plan to do in 2025 that I have started highlighting now. I plan to do a 90 days blitz, 90 days Zoom blitz, where I'm going to be talking on financial intelligence for smart parents. I plan to do that 90 days. And that's why I'm informing. So if you have not had it before, I want you to get it now. That 90 days, what the topics that I'm not going to be thinking of the topic I'm going to treat that day. I have to prepare, because if I'm starting that event, because that event is going to be is going to start on the 2nd of January by the grace of God, God preserving our lives, from the 2nd of January, 7 a.m. to 7:30. That is the price. That's the price that I'm willing to pay for my own success. Is it going to be easy 7 to 7:30 a.m. every day? Is it going to be easy? No, nobody has told me, and I never thought that it's going to be easy. But is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. Are people going to Are people going to benefit from it? Yes, people are going to benefit. So if it is a worthy ideal, remember, if it is a worthy ideal, then I need to do it one day at a time. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So, for those of you that want to be part of it, you want to be, I'm going to be doing it on the YouTube channel so that it can be recorded. There's no system, no device that I can be using to record everyday stuff. So, I'm going to be doing it on the YouTube channel so that if people that are not able to watch it in the morning, they can come back in the evening. It's going to be it's just going to be 30 minutes talk precisely. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is that. All right. So craft a concise statement detailing your goal, timeline, trade-offs, and the plan. And lastly, read your goal statement aloud twice daily. Always read your goal statement aloud. I have this. There's this thing we call the self-confidence formula. I don't know how many of you still have it. We call it the self-confidence formula. And what does that, when we talk about auto-suggestion, it talks about auto-suggestion. It says positive thoughts, impulses. It says, I know that I have the ability to achieve my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I hereby and now promise to render such action. Number two, he said, the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action. In outward physical action. And because of this, he said, okay, and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person that I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture. He said, I know through the theory of auto-suggestion, any desire. What is your desire for 2025? Any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim, and I will never stop trying until I develop sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can get that, I wish you can get it. It's called the self-confidence formula. If you put it in the group, I could drop it there. That's something that you need to say. So, having put all this together as an organization, where are we going? Where are we going? Now, we have come up with something. Read Vision, our goal as an organization is to develop that. If I want you to see, I don't know, I'm sure you can read what is on the screen there. As at December 2025, we are so happy and grateful to have 10 ambassadors in our organization. Now, this is like a summary of everything that I've been saying. This is like a summary. Because I told you, you as leaders, you want to know what is this company? What are we trying to do? What is our plan for 2025? And this is what we have put here. You say, as at December 2025, we are so happy and grateful to have 10 ambassadors in our organization. You see, we are not saying we are going to, people that are going to, many a times they never get there. But when you have stated it, you see, because what we see as a management team is we see 10 ambassadors in this organization. When are we looking at that? Latest by December 2025, we are seeing our 10 ambassadors. The 10 ambassadors, I don't know whether you are part of them. You might be one of them. We've not pointed at this man, this woman, or this person is the ambassador. But are you going to be, if you are in this place, are you one of the ambassadors? Question, what does it take to become an ambassador? What does it take to become an ambassador? Now, when you come into the or cooperative, we said there is what we call there is this commission that you get from the cooperative if you are into the financial coaches system. If you are doing the financial coaching, under the financial coaching, this one is just for the purpose of illustration, all right? That in the financial coach, what we're looking at is, can I have 10 parents? Because our direct niche for 2025 is parents and students. Parents and students, for us to be able to coach parents on financial matters. That's why we're having that 90 days training, financial coaching for smart parents. So, talking about that, can I put together, for the purpose of the success, can I put together 10 parents that will be willing to save just 5,000 naira monthly? It's not how much you are able to save, it's how consistent you are. In quarter one, January to March, can I put together 10 parents? And what do I need to do to put together 10 parents? I send in the list of the names that are on my phone, I simply send a message. Hello, Mr. Tunde. I'm putting together a group of 10 to 15 parents who are willing to save a minimum of 5,000 naira monthly for the future of their children for the next 5 years. If you are interested, kindly click on this link to join the group. I don't know if you are a parent. If you see that, would you be willing to join the group if the message came from somebody you know? And the thing you want to know is, okay, if we put the money that imagine that these 10 also, we teach them what they need to do. And in quarter two, all right, their own click. Because the idea is that every financial coach, that is who we are in our organization, every financial coach has at least 10 persons that you are coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot afford to pass through this life without being an impact. Remember, I told you something. Part of the topic of this thing is to make growth and to establish impact. So, how are you going to impact? How many persons, before you even leave this world, can it be said of you that you impacted some people, and how? Don't you think, or don't you think that if you begin, those 10 parents that you have around you, if you teach them, that, come, begin to save for your children, even if it's 5,000 naira alone that you can save for your children, come, let us start doing it. And you put yourself together in a group. And each of you, you call this person, have you done yours? Have you done yours? Look, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, later in life, when that thing becomes real and good, those 10 people will say, I thank God for Biodu. I thank God for Nkechi. It was she that showed me how to save just 5,000 naira for my children monthly. They'll be grateful to you. They'll be grateful to you. And I tell you, it's going to be a great impact, a thing of great impact for yourself and your loved ones. Imagine people coming and say, oh, maybe after you have grown old and you have, people say, oh, my child, I was able to raise the money for my children masters because I listened to this man. My children became financially empowered because I listened to you. That would be, you will be what we call a living legend. And by the time you do it, month one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. By quarter four, Your minimum, all things being equal, your minimum income is almost like 2 million naira per month. Even for your children, if you have worked and structured this thing under your children, the minimum income is about 2 million. Is it possible? Yes. Is it achievable? Yes. But do you have the will to do it? That's what I can say. So for us in Rich Vision, let me show you that stuff again, because okay, wow, I was almost stopping the streaming. Okay, let me show you this so that you understand why looking and planning from this direction. All right, let's look at something here. Look at, where you have 10 persons become 100. It's just 10 persons, 10 persons, that gives you 100. In quarter two, 10 persons connect 10 families. That gives you 1,000. 1,000 connecting 1,000. Look at what we are looking at. As I'm speaking to you at this meeting, I am looking at 10. That's why I'm so much interested in this strategic meeting than even in the Friday, because in Saturday's meeting, because at this meeting, we as an organization want to identify who are the people that we can work with that will become ambassadors. Who are those leaders in our organization that we can work with that will become ambassadors? Everybody, I might not be able to go for everybody's seminars, but I want to be able to touch. I want to be able to work with some set of people. This set of 10 persons that really want to become ambassadors, we are going to put ourselves in a group. We will put ourselves, we call that group the inner circle. We call it the inner circle. This inner circle is going to be as if you never started, you are just starting and you are starting afresh. So this 10, how are we going to work ourselves? So let me show you something here. So here in the cooperative, we have a ranking system. The first rank that you have in the cooperative is what we call the platinum. At the platinum level, you've registered a minimum of 5 persons and you have about 35 to 50 active people in your organization. Not people that you brought. You just had only 5, but those 5 too have spread. Maybe the 5 of them have 6, 10, and so on. So what do you benefit? Of course, you enjoy the 10% return on wallet balance. The monthly earnings, at that level, your earnings is close to 100,000 naira. And you can borrow money times 3. You can take a loan of times 3 of whatsoever you have saved in the cooperative. Remember, as ordinary cooperator, they can only take times 2. But you, as a financial coach, you can have up to times 3. And that times 3, you don't need to pay that money back from your pocket. No. It's almost like a grant, but the system is going to take the money back from the commission that you are being paid. Then after that, we have the platinum. Then the next one we have is we have the silver. The silver is saying you have a minimum of 10%, and just you have between 100 to 200 active persons. Ladies and gentlemen, at this, your income is about 220,000 monthly. You can enjoy up to 3 times of whatever you have saved. And you get the health insurance scheme for your family of 6 and group life insurance also. And then the next thing is the one we call the gold. The gold level financial coach. At the gold level, you still have a minimum of 10. You have between 1,002 to 1,005. You just have only 10, but your 10 have their 10, 10, their 10, 10 have their 10, 10, and so on like that. So what is going to happen at this level? You qualify for car benefits. The cooperative is going to, you can just go look for any car. If it's within 10 million naira, the cooperative buys it for you. It buys it for you, and also you qualify for the house ownership scheme. Ladies and gentlemen, what of if it is your children that you structure? That means at the age of 18, at the age of 30 or something, your child too is owning his own house. This house ownership scheme, we're going to be elaborating more on it, because in the recent time we started looking at some partners that we are partnering with. There are some companies that we are partnering with that will help you in this aspect of home ownership. I tell you, we are just trying to tidy it up. When we've tidied it up, we are going to give you full explanations on it. And the last level is the ambassador. So, who is the ambassador? The ambassador is that one that has a minimum of 10 persons personally registered and has a total of 5,000. And that's why we want to work with you. We want to produce 10 ambassadors in 2025. We want to work with you so that you be one of those people. And what do you stand to get apart from the monthly income of close to 22 million? You can also get the health insurance. You qualify for car benefit of up to 15 million, and you qualify for a housing of up to 75 million. Is this a worthy cause? Is this something that you can drive at? Is this something that is worth pursuing? So, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the things that we are looking at, working towards. These are some of the things that we'll be working towards in the year 2025. Will you be ready to do it yourself? Will you be ready to go all the way to build for your family, to build for the future cash flow of your children? Ladies and gentlemen, in any economy, cash flow is key. It's not how much you complain. It's not how much. No complaint can change any situation, but the specific steps that you take in addressing your situation. So by this, what we've been able to show you is the plan that we have for 2025 and how we hope to achieve it. And what we are looking at is how many persons will be on this call. If you're on this call, how many of us will be willing to be part of that ambassador? That's when we are looking back and trying to say, how many about we promise ourselves 10 ambassadors? Oh, we now have 15, we have so and so. How many of us are going to be part of that group? Maybe I want you to put it there